What's going on, Yu-Gi-Oh community? YuGiOh Paladin back here with another video, and in this video I'm going to be reacting to the Ancient Gear cards that were just revealed coming out in Legacy of Destruction. These were revealed during a live stream at Jump Fiesta, and we all knew Ancient Gears was coming because they had the voice actor Kronos announced for it, and I was like, please give this archetype some good support. And we got 5 cards, but just kind of curious because we usually get 7 for Legacy support, but I'm hoping these 5 cards are actually going to make the deck a lot better. So with that, let's get straight into it. We have Ancient Gear Dark Golem. It's an Earth level 8, 3000 attack and defense. It's a machine monster. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. This card's name becomes Ancient Gear Golem while in the field or in the graveyard. That's awesome. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can activate this effect. You cannot set cards for the rest of this turn. Also add up to 2 Ancient Gear cards and or Gear Town from your deck to your hand, except itself. Then discard 1 card. If this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate spells or traps until the end of the damage step. Okay, so for one, I like the whole you get to draw 2, you get to add 2 cards to your hand, and I do like that it is treated as Ancient Gear Golem, which was something that we definitely needed. But the one thing that I'm not seeing here is that it can't special summon itself, so we have to rely on things like Gear Town, Catapult, and I believe Fortress also has that pop effect. Hopefully, the new support makes it a lot easier to go into, but yeah, I'm just not seeing that here, but we'll get into more of my nitpicks by the end of this. So this card is okay, but next we're going to go into Ancient Gear Tanker. It's an Earth level 4, 1300 attack and defense machine monster. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can special summon 1 Ancient Gear monster from your hand except itself, ignoring its summoning conditions. Or if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon it from the graveyard instead. You can target 1 face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, for the rest of the turn, all monsters you control that are Ancient Gear Golem are mentioned gain 600 attack points. Wow. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw the picture of this card, I thought it was gonna be like kind of like a speeder kind of thing of being able to special summon itself an extender. It's not, but if you normal summon it or special it, you can special summon an Ancient Gear from your hand, ignoring the condition. So I guess that goes for the Dark Golem. And if you want to get out the regular Golem, fine. But why is it not an extender? Maybe then, hopefully the next card is. But the second effect, yeah, let's go into the next one. I'll go a little bit more into it. Ancient Gear Commander. It's a level 4 Earth, 500 attack, 2000 defense, machine monster, so it's a machine dupe target. You can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. Okay. You can send 1 Ancient Gear Golem from your hand, deck, or face up with the field to the graveyard immediately after this effect resolves. Normal summon 1 Ancient Gear monster. I thought I was going to special summon itself. If you normal or special summon Ancient Gear Golem again, you can special summon 1 Ancient Gear Golem from your hand or graveyard, ignoring summoning conditions. You can banish this card from your graveyard, place one Ancient Gear Continuous Trap from your hand face up on your field. What? What is going on with the support? Why? They really are focusing on the Gear Golem, but why do I have to activate it from the hand? Couldn't we just activate it from the deck? Like, what? That seems a lot. Like, well, you can add it with Dark Golem, but it feels so unnecessary. Should just been able to activate it from the deck. Next card, we have Ancient Gear Advance. Continuous spell card. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. You cannot set cards the turn you activate this effect. Activate this card, I'm sorry. When this card resolves, you can add 1 Ancient Gear spell or trap from your deck to your hand except itself. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Once per turn, you contribute 1 monster, draw 1 card, and if you do, until the end of this turn, you can normal summon level 5 or higher monsters that are Ancient Gear Golem or mention it without tributing. Well, let me see. Ancient Gear Dark Golem seems to be the only card you really want to do because you don't want to summon a regular Golem. And is there anything else that mentions Ancient Gear Golem that's a level 5 or higher? I'm not sure, but I like the first effect. You can be able to search Catapult, activate Catapult, pop this card, and then special summon from your deck. That's not terrible. But why was the additional normal summon not on this card? Like, why? TG's got it and Crystal Beast got that. So why was that not on here instead of on Commander? Let's go into the final card here. We have Ancient Gear Duel. I like the artwork. Continuous trap card. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. Monsters you control that are Ancient Gear Golem are mentioned are unaffected by your opponent's activated monster effects. If your opponent controls a monster, you can fusion summon 1 fusion monster that mentions Ancient Gear Golem from your extra deck by banishing materials on it from your field and or graveyard, including Ancient Gear Golem you control. And if you do, it can make up to 3 attacks during each battle phase. I don't know how to feel about this one. The first effect, doesn't Fortress already kind of cover you from that? Or it's well, actually unaffected, I guess. Uh, yeah, that's actually no. Fortress doesn't do that. You just can't respond to it, I believe. The second effect is okay, but you have to use Ancient Gear Golem you control. And I think the only targets you have are Megaton Golem and then Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. I think that's it. So overall, how do I feel about this support? Well, for one, as much as I like Advance being able to search a spell and trap Ancient Gear card, I do not like the fact that the additional normal summon is stuck on Commander. It should have been on Advance and should have been something very similar to Rainbow Bridge to the Heart or the TG All Clear. I don't know why they decided to do that very differently for Ancient Gears. And Commander should have been the Magician's Souls of the deck, being able to send Ancient Gear Golem from your hand or deck to the graveyard to special summon itself as a free extender. Like, it was right there. You could have just done it, but nah, they decided not to. Not too much criticism with Tanker. I like the effect of it. The second effect could have been a little bit better, just applied to all Ancient Gear monsters you control, not just ones that include Golem. And Dark Golem, I like it. It's at least treated as Ancient Gear Golem. It doesn't have a special summon restriction, and it could search out 2 Ancient Gear cards. But it should have had its own special summon effect, like Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Just banish 2 Ancient Gear monsters from your graveyard, special summon it, no problem. I don't understand why it did not have that, and now we have to cheese it out some other way with like Gear Town or Destruction of Fortress, or even the other 2 monsters that we have right now. But yeah, and then the trap card, it just should have just applied to all fusion monsters, not restricted to just only ones that mention Ancient Gear Golem. Like, we only have 2 targets for this, and we have 2 other targets that cannot be summoned. I believe it's Hauser and Chaos Giant. Like, I don't know why they restricted that, but it is what it is. And the fact that we only got 5 cards instead of 7 feels a little weird. You know, maybe they'll do some surprise reveals and give us like 2 more cards, maybe another Link or a Fusion, because feels like we are missing that, and it just doesn't feel complete here. And I don't know. Yeah, I just do not know. But if you guys saw my community tab, I kind of wish we got some way to special summon an Ancient Gear token to our opponent's side of the field. That way we can make the effect of the Ancient Gear Link live during turn 1. Like, I don't know why they didn't do that. They did it for with Volcanics. So why couldn't we just do that with Ancient Gears, you know? I believe it was Trooper that did the effect of that. And we could have had something similar just so we can have the effect of our Link monster go live turn 1. I don't know why we didn't do that, but it is what it is. And I hope that for the next Animation Chronicles, we'll get like an upgraded version of that Ancient Gear statue that was showing up in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. I feel like they'll probably release that card just to go with the Ancient Gears. But if we do get Ancient Gear statue, I hope it has the effect of like just tribute it to special summon any Ancient Gear monster from your hand, or at least from the deck. Like, give it a boost, give it a buff, and I'll be fine with it. I would be fine if we get something like that, like a Lone Fire Blossom for Ancient Gears. But yeah, that's my overall thoughts and opinions about these. These cards are okay, but it could have been better. And I don't know how well these cards are going to mix well with. I'm very curious to see if there's any combos out there. I'm pretty sure there could be a combo with Advance and probably Catapult or Gear Town. Probably Advance and Gear Town, because you could search Catapult with that and then just pop Gear Town and then just do some other plays by summoning out Wyvern and the Dark Golem and get some more searches. I'm pretty sure there's something you could do there, and I'm going to be curious to see if anybody comes up with any combos with these new cards, because I really want to play this deck. I do want to pick it up. It's a GX archetype, so regardless, I'll pick it up and see what I can do with it. But yeah, I'm curious to know what your guys' thoughts and opinions about this archetype. Do you like it? Do you wish it was better? And what kind of support do you think this archetype is missing aside from extra deck? What other cards would you like to see be made for this? And do you think we'll get Ancient Gear statue in the next Animation Chronicles? I really hope we do, and it gets a buff. So with that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button if you did. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more upcoming content. And with that, guys, I'll see you all in the next video.